Guys, there's going to be times where you are tired, where you don't feel like waking up. You don't feel like doing nothing that day. But it's a mindset. You got to know that the goals that you have and the dreams that you have are far much bigger than that one decision. Your life is all about decisions. And when you're laying in that bed and that alarm clock rings and you snooze it, that's a decision that you make from getting better, from reaching your max level of success that you could be reaching. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the very first ever episode of CB3 Motivation. I'm your host, CB3, and some of you guys might know me as a pro football player, as a personal trainer, or as an entertainer / YouTuber. Whichever it is that you guys might know me as, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning into the podcast and supporting the movement. We are and will be the #1 podcast in the world. I promise you guys that, and you guys could go ahead and support that movement by simply subscribing to the channel, and if you guys are watching at home, clicking that like button, okay? Now, if you guys have never heard of me and this is your first time tuning in, let me go ahead and give you guys a quick background of who I am, okay? So my name is Chris Bustamante. As I mentioned before, I am a pro football player. I travel all across the country and play for many different leagues, to include the Spring League, the RPFL. I played for the San Antonio Gunslingers, and most recently, the San Antonio Valor. I am also a personal trainer, where you can find my business at CB3 Performance. I train some of the most elite top level athletes in the world, all the way from the NFL all the way down to youth. And lastly, I am also an entertainer / YouTuber. You can find my personal channel at CB3_era. That is CB3_ERA. Okay, this is my personal channel where I drop all kinds of content, from challenges to vlogs to football content, etc. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys could always go ahead and check that out as well. Alright, but since this is the very first episode, guys, I want to go ahead and give you guys a brief background of what you guys can expect from this channel. So going forward, you guys could expect to get massive amounts of knowledge on how to be successful. I will be bringing on special guests from here on out of successful people who knows what it takes to reach that maximum level of success and, you know, build a business, build a brand, entrepreneurship, etc. Okay, no matter what field it is, you guys could expect for me to be bringing on guests to, you know, give you guys advice. You guys could expect to get advice on how to be successful and tips and tricks and stuff like that. Okay, so this channel, man, is going to be for you guys, all the entrepreneurs out there, the athletes, you know, whatever it is that you guys are trying to be successful in. I'm going to be bringing in a bunch of different guests who are successful in their field. I promise you guys are going to be getting some gems from these people. You guys are going to be getting, you know, a bunch of knowledge that I promise you guys you do not want to miss. Okay, so going forward, for today's podcast, I do want to talk about that today. As I mentioned before, in all three fields of my career, whether it's personal training, whether it's my pro football career, or my YouTube channel, I am very happy and humble to say that I have been very successful in building all three of these platforms from the ground up. Okay, and that's what I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about today. Over the last couple of years, guys, I've been studying some of the most successful people in the world, such as Jeff Bezos, Muhammad Ali, the Mike Tysons, Floyd Mayweather, Bill Gates, Elon Musk. You know, all these people, man, I've been studying them for so long now, and there's 6 characteristics that I noticed from all these successful people that make them who they are. You know, what made them, help them get to that level of success that they're at, and it's very common amongst all of them. All right, so that's what I want to jump into today. All right, but before we jump into the characteristics, I want to go ahead and jump into what the definition of success is, okay? And the definition of success is very different amongst a lot of people. But for me, the definition of success is the ability to influence others doing something you love or have a passion for, and it be able to sustain your lifestyle. All right. Now, for many other people, you know, the definition of success is very simple. Sometimes it's just about how much you make financially. Sometimes it's just about the amount of people you impact. You know, stuff like that. But for me personally, I don't believe success is just off of how much you make financially, right? And let me go into that real quick. The reason why I believe success is not just about how you make financially is because There's many people out there, there's millionaires, there's friends of mine who make lots of money, man, billionaires and millionaires who I see who are not happy. These people are not happy doing what they're doing, all right? So that to me is not success. All right, when you mention success, man, there's emotion behind that. When you are successful, you're supposed to be happy, you're supposed to feel good, you're supposed to be making an impact to others people's lives. Right now, these people who have lots of money, who have been, who have done good at what they're doing, is because they are talented at it, and they know that. So that's why they decided to go that path or to go that career field, because they know that they are talented at it. However, they are not happy with what they are doing. Okay, and I feel the true definition of success is doing something that you have a passion for and something you love, while inspiring others, while influencing others, and being able to have that sustain your lifestyle. Okay, so there's multiple different elements of success or factors that go into being successful. So that's my definition of success, and going forward, that's what I will be talking about when I mention success. Okay, and like I said before, I will be bringing on these people, different special guests who are successful in their fields, to give you guys advice onto how they got to where they needed to get to, the mindset they needed to get to where they're at, and stuff like that. Okay, now the first characteristic that I want to go ahead and talk about that I noticed is very common amongst all these successful people is confidence. All right, and confidence, guys, is huge. All right, I noticed that every single one of these people who got to where they're at, they were confident in their abilities, they were confident in their product, they were confident in their business, they were confident in their skill set, and they were confident in what they were capable of doing, no matter what field it was in, whether it was in athletics, whether it was in entrepreneurship, whatever it is, guys, they were confident in themselves. Okay, and that's what I want to talk about, right? That's why it's the first characteristics, and it's very important. One really good prime example that I want to use for confidence, and you guys might not like him, some people think he's cocky, some people mistake it as arrogance, but it's confidence, man. It really is. All right, and I want to go ahead and talk about Floyd Money Mayweather. All right, this man's confidence, man, is through the roof. All right, when he steps into that ring, he knows what's gonna happen. He sees it before it happens. This man's confidence has helped him and has made him have the career that he has had. All right, this man's a legend. Whether you like him or not, you cannot defy the fact that this man has made an impact in the sport of boxing. Anytime he steps into that ring, he knows what he's capable of doing. He doesn't go in there thinking he's gonna lose, y'all. He goes in there with the mindset that I'm gonna beat you and I am better. And guys, that's not cockiness, that's not arrogance. All right, you need to have this type of mindset. You need to have this characteristic of confidence if you are planning on reaching your max level of success. Okay, I am a big believer in energy and attracting the same energy that you give out, and this goes with confidence. Okay, because listen, guys, nobody's attracted to somebody who has low self-esteem, who's not sure of what they're capable of doing, who doesn't believe in themselves, right? No one's attracted to that. You're unsure. No one wants to be in a position where they feel unsure. Everybody likes that feeling of security. And when you hold yourself with this type of confidence and this aura, you attract people. And not only do you attract people who are not like you, but you attract a lot more people who are like you. And these people, once they start entering your circle, you build more connections, you build more friends who are going to help you, reach those dreams and those goals that you have. So that's one characteristic, guys, that I noticed after studying all these successful people that is key. You gotta have confidence. And you guys are gonna start to notice that with all these 6 characteristics, that all of them kind of intertwine together. It's important to have all of these characteristics, and that even missing one of these characteristics could be holding you back from reaching your max level of success that you're capable of reaching. So the second characteristic that I want to talk about is you gotta have a brutal work ethic. Man, this one is huge, and I know you hear it all the time, and it's kind of cliche, but it's true, guys. There's no replacement for hard work. There's no magic pill. There's nothing that you could do, okay, that's gonna help you get to where you need to get to. I don't care who you talk to or what people tell you, man. You cannot replace hard work. That is one of the key factors when it comes to being successful in life, in whatever field that you choose to do. Is you gotta have a brutal work ethic. You gotta be the hardest working person in that room at all times. People respect hard work. All right, I know for myself, if I see somebody who's talented and I see someone who's not as talented but who is working hard, I'm always going to go with the guy who is working hard, because I see upside for that person. If you're not working hard, there's somebody else out there who is ready for your spot. Your spot is never secure. In most cases, you're chasing someone's spot. All right, and how are you gonna get that spot? You gotta work hard. You gotta find out what it is that person is doing, so that you could outbeat them, so you could take their spot. And that only comes through hours of preparation. That comes through sleepless nights. That comes with constantly studying your opponents, studying your competition. That comes with perfecting your weaknesses. Whatever weaknesses you may have, you got to perfect them. Okay, so that you can become the best in your field and whatever it is you're planning on doing. I know for myself, I get all my confidence from my work ethic. Guys, I make sure time after time that nobody will outwork me. That's what I'm known for. Okay, I outwork everybody, and I've done it since I was a little kid. If I was not good at something, I made sure I became good at it. I didn't care what it was. I made sure that I got better and outworked my competition. They may have been more talented than me at the time, but I made sure I worked my motherfucking ass off to get that skill that I needed to get in order to surpass my competition. So all them people that used to be better than me or were more talented than me, I always ended up surpassing. Because I worked on my weaknesses, I built on my strengths, and I made sure I became the best in the game. And I'm continuing to do so in all three fields of what I'm doing, whether it's my YouTube career, my pro football career, or my personal training. Okay, I will outwork everybody, and nothing's gonna stop me from getting to where I need to get to. So there's no way around it, guys. Your work ethic is huge, and if you guys do not have it, you will never, and I'll say this again, you will never achieve the level of success that you are capable of doing. Now, for the third characteristic that I noticed that is very common amongst all these people as well, and is very key. Like I said, all these characteristics are essential. You know, even missing one is very vital to your success. Alright, but the third characteristic is discipline. You got to have discipline. Guys, there's going to be times where you are tired, where you don't feel like waking up. You don't feel like doing nothing that day. But it's a mindset. You got to know that the goals that you have and the dreams that you have are far much bigger than that one decision. Your life is all about decisions. And when you're laying in that bed and that alarm clock rings and you snooze it, that's a decision that you make from getting better, from reaching your max level of success that you could be reaching. You gotta have a discipline. You gotta go to the gym if you don't want to. Some days I don't feel like going to the gym. I gotta go to the gym. Alright? I gotta get better at my craft. You know, if you're an athlete, you gotta eat right. There's certain decisions that you gotta make. Like, hey, I can't eat this today because I'm trying to get to this weight. I'm trying to get this fast. I'm trying to get this strong. And anytime you give in to a decision that's, this day's okay, I could just do it. Hey, you're not getting better. Okay, you're not getting better, and you're not going to reach your max level of success that you're capable of doing. So stay disciplined and know that everything that you ever dreamed of is going to turn into a reality. Now, the fourth characteristic that I want to talk about is adaptation. The ability to be able to adapt to an environment or to adapt to the people around you, whoever you're with, is very important. All right? You got to be able to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. All right, there's going to be times, guys, in life where you're not where you want to be. You're not sure that the setting at which you're at is not comfortable, and you got to be willing to act like you've been there before. The most successful people in the world have been able to adapt to their environment and have been able to adapt with the times as well. All right, the longer that you're at the top, the longer you're going to have to be able to adapt. You know, times change, trends change, people change, so you got to be able to change with it so that you can stay at the top. You can't stay comfortable, guys. The only way that you can be successful is being uncomfortable. You got to constantly be making changes. There's tweaks that you got to be making to your craft, to your field, whatever it is. You got to stay with the times, and that's how you stay on top, or else you will get surpassed. Somebody who's working harder than you, somebody who's able to adapt better than you is gonna pass you. So you got to be able to adapt, or else you won't stay number one for long. And I don't know about you, but I'm a winner, and I like to stay number one as long as I possibly can. So be able to adapt to your environment, be able to adapt to your surroundings, be able to adapt to the times, and perfect your craft, and make sure that you stay on top. Now, the fifth characteristic that I want to talk about is you got to be able to have a bulletproof mindset, aka mental toughness. Guys, this is very important. Being successful, guys, is all here. It's all in the mind. It's all the passion. It's all the love that you have for your craft. But you got to be mentally tough. Guys, I can't even count the amount of times I failed. I failed so many times throughout my career. But to me, you know, I don't look at my failures as failures. I look at them as lessons. I look at them as learning experiences, because those failures, guys, are going to help me become successful. I'm going to get better. I'm going to tweak what I need to tweak. I'm going to look at why I failed. Okay? That's why it's important Yes, I failed, but you got to look at why you failed. And once you know, okay, this is what I need to get better at, this is why I failed, you get better, you get stronger, and you perfect your craft so that next time when the opportunity arises, you kill it. And now you're back at to where you need to be at. All right, you're above the game and you're ready to go. All right, but if you have a weak mindset and you're not mentally tough, that first time that you take an L, that first time that you fail, or you fall on your ass, or you fall face down, you're gonna give up. Okay, and then you're never going to reach your max potential, and somebody who is mentally tough is going to simply take your spot, is going to pass you, and you're going to be left at the bottom of the barrel with everybody else. So you got to be mentally tough. There's going to be things you go through. You might go through depression. You might be lonely. Okay? Guys, the path to success is very lonely. Nobody wants to ride with you through the hard times. Nobody wants to ride with you, when it's pouring outside, when things aren't going too good, when you're broke, when it's just you in a dream, when it's just you in a vision. Nobody wants to be there. They only want to be there for you when they see the end result. They see the success. You got to be independent. You got to be able to take the punches. When you fall on your face, you get back up and you learn from that failure and you become better and you boss up. You boss up on these people, all right? There's nothing that can hold you down but yourself. Your mind's the only thing that can keep you, all right? It's you versus you at all times. Nothing external could keep you down. I don't care what happens to you. You could reach whatever goal, whatever amount of success that you have in your mental that you believe you could get to, you could do it. I promise you could do it. But you got to be mentally tough and be able to take the punches when they come. Because I promise you it's not going to be pretty. I promise you it's not. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, I don't want to take somebody who's never taken an L, who's never failed. I don't want that person on my team. All right? I want the person who has taken L's, who has failed, who has, hit rock bottom. That's the person I want on my team. Because when adversity hits, and it will, as it always does, when it hits, that person who's never taken an L and who has never failed and has had everything given to him, he's going to fold. He's going to fall under the pressure and he's not going to want to get back up because he's never dealt with it before. So yes, I'll take the person who's taking the L's, who's hit rock bottom on my team any day. Because I know he's going to bounce back and get stronger and pass everybody that once was in front of him. And that's how success works, guys. You're going to fall. You're going to look at the people who are in front of you. You're going to take your L. You're going to grab it. You're going to get back up and you're going to pass them. And you will be great. All right, so you got to have a bulletproof mindset. You got to be mentally tough and be ready to take the punches. Be able to take on all the hate that you're going to receive. And the sooner you're able to do that, and the more mentally tough you are, nothing can faze you. And that's when you start to reach your greatest level of success. And lastly, guys, the last characteristic that I want to talk to you guys about is belief. And this goes in all together, man. This all ties in together. You got to believe in yourself at all times. You got to believe in your craft. You got to believe in what you're capable of doing. You got to believe in your dream, man. I don't care about anything else. You could work hard. You could have a bulletproof mindset, but you got to believe in what you're doing. Nobody else is going to believe in you, and you shouldn't expect anybody else to believe in you. I don't expect anyone else to believe in me. Throughout my journey, I never expected anybody else to believe in me. I believed in myself, and that's all I ever needed. Why would anyone else believe in me? I don't expect them to. What have I done for somebody else to believe in me? What have I showed them to believe in me? So no, I don't expect anybody else to believe in me throughout my journey. I didn't expect them, but I believed in myself. I always knew what I was capable of doing. I always knew where I was going to be. I put the work in, and I got my confidence from my work ethic. I had a bulletproof mindset. You know what I'm saying? And I quickly learned that throughout this journey, it was going to be lonely. It was going to be a lonely path. But throughout that whole process, I believed in what I was doing. I believed in my cause. I believed in my passion. And I believed I would be where I'm at right now. And I'm continuing, guys, to build my platform, to build my career, whether it's my personal training, whether it's my professional career, or my entertainment. Whatever it is, guys, I'm continuing to elevate my game. And I know where I'm going to be at, months from now, years from now. I have goals. I have dreams set. And there's not a doubt in my mind that I will get to where I need to get to. And that's the kind of mindset, and that's what anyone who's looking to be successful and be the top, be number one in their careers, you got to believe in yourself. I don't care how big your dream is. I don't care how stupid it may sound to others. No one's going to love your dream the way you do. So believe in yourself, believe in your passion, and don't let anybody tell you can't do something. You're going to have haters along the way. You're going to have people who can't do it themselves, so they try to put their, expectations of themselves on you. Don't let that happen. And just know when it's all said and done, that if you learn to have all 6 of these characteristics and you build on these characteristics, because there are things that you can learn, there are things that you can build within yourself. If you learn to get all these characteristics and mold them together, I promise you guys, you will reach that level of success that you see yourself doing. But anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap up the podcast there. I appreciate everyone for tuning into the podcast, and I can't wait to see everyone who's watching this right now, build on this and learn from this, and I can't wait to see you guys at the top and be successful. I'm your host, CB3, and I'll see you guys until next time, all right? We're out.